Good morning, friends. I'm Gopal Desai here, and let's continue with the lesson number 2. In the first lesson, as you know that I have provided you a video and audio material or explanation for you people. As you know that video is not much important, right? So that's why I prefer to provide you audio discussion on this means on the lesson number 2. Okay, so in lesson number 2, as you know that the discussion is about First World War and Russian Revolution, right? So the first lesson is all about British arrival. The second lesson is about the First World War and Russian Revolution. In the last videos, right? In the last video, I'm going to show you, right? That's discussion on page number 10. See, I have discussed title lesson number 2, First World War and Russian Revolution. Then we discussed Western European and colonialism in Asia and Africa. Then we switch on colonialism in Asia. Then we discuss colonialism in Africa. Then I told you to provide, right? I told you to write down a summary of this audio explanation. But unfortunately, only 7 students send me a written summarized explanation. So my humble request to all the students that please provide written summarized explanation and send to me so I can check and go through it and suggest improvements whatever need in your case. Okay, now today we are going to discuss page number 11. See, this is page number 11 of your textbook, right? Keep your textbook open. Factors that caused the First World War, right? So which are the factors? Due to that factors, the First World War started. So here some reasons are given. The First World War could be considered as one of the most heartbreaking and unforgettable event of the modern world. Many factors were responsible for this. The First World War began on 1st August 1914. Germany had defeated France in Sedan War, because of which France had to sign the Frankfurt Treaty in 1871, according to which France had to pay a war fine as well as give away 2 of its provinces, Lorraine and Alsace, to Germany. France had not been able to overcome this humiliation. Thus, the Frankfurt Treaty itself was the cause of the First World War. The end of a war showed the seeds of a future war. So, the first reason or the first factor that caused seeds of World War. Seeds of World War means, right, the first reason that is responsible behind First World War was a war between Germany and France. You all know that there was a war between Germany and France. What happened? That's called Sedan War. That's called Sedan War. And in that Sedan War, France was defeated by Germany. And at the end of the war, the treaty was signed. In that treaty means Sandhi, agreement, written agreement. So treaty was signed by France, in which France had to pay a war fine. War fine means what whatever money, right, spent by Germany in the war paid by France. So that a huge plenty of amount is paid to Germany by France, and two of its provinces, name of the provinces are Lorraine and Alsace. These provinces are very very nice provinces, productive provinces, and full of oil and natural gases, right? And it helps the French economy, right? French GDP. So that kind of productive regions were captured by Germany in this war. So German felt a great humiliations. Humiliations means insult. And that was the first reason, for World War One. Okay, so you may clear about that, right? So if we discuss this factor that caused the First World War, the first factor is war between Germany and French, in which French was defeated by German, and German imposed a heavy fine on French and captured two of its provinces, which were very helpful in French economy. So that humiliation caused a dissatisfaction in people of France, and that dissatisfaction led to the First World War. Now, first reason or first factor is economic factors. See, according to the textual explanation, I am going to read the textbook. England had established its vast empire in Asia and Africa in the 19th century. It exploited its colonies economically and became rich. Due to industrialization and swift colonization, Europe required huge quantity of raw material. In the last quarter of the 19th century, Germany had started the competition to procure the markets in Asia and Africa. Germany started supplying cheaper goods in comparison to England and France. The Afro-Asian markets that England and France dominated were thus broken up by Germany. Consequently, there was an intense economic competition between Germany and England. So, first factor is economic factors. See, if you read it carefully, now listen to the explanation. So, what happened? If we compare this situation with the present situation, now see present situation. America, India, Russia are big countries, right? Having a huge GDP, amount of GDP, but the market is captured by China now, right? If we talked about electronic material, if we talked about electronic material, right? If we talked about electrical material, if we talked about toys, then if we talked about agro products, all the products, market of the products captured by China, right? So the same way, what happened? Industrialization started in European countries, very big industry established in European nation, and that's why what happened? England and France dominated in the world market as China today, but Germany stood up in the competition and captured all the Afro-Asian markets, because German provide a cheaper good compared to England and France, and that caused an economical harm to the England and France. So both the countries, right, England and France started to fight against Germany, because Germany proven a healthy competitor, and to protect their economic benefits, to protect their economic aims and objectives to protect their exploitation policy, right? The First World War started. So that was the first reason, economic factors. Now militarism. Militarism means military force was necessary and important for the competition that European nation got into. For expansion, England, France, Austria, Russia, etc. had begun expanding their military power, while in countries like Japan, Italy, Germany, compulsory military training had started. Production of weapons was increased under the pretext of self-defense. Thus, militarism got an impetus and military competition added to economic competition created a serious atmosphere of war. Now see, if we talked about militarism, right, then see, the same situation we can find in present world. How? So, as China, India, America, right, all the powerful nation increasing, right, their military power day by day today. Same way in 1914, before 1914, all the nations like England, France, Austria, Russia, Germany, right, all the nations started to increase their military power. They means declared that they increase their military power for the self defense, but ultimate aim was very dark and negative. Ultimate aim, they want to capture each other's colony. So that caused a very threatened atmosphere as you find in the present world, right? So see, if we compare this situation with the present world, at present, right, America sent their warship in the Indian Ocean, right? America prepared means super fast missiles, right? Then China is continuously improving their military power. Then India also exporting a lots of foreign weapons, right? Rafale is the best example. So due to such kind of activities, the threatening atmosphere is caused. So same kind of threatening atmosphere was created by increasing military power, right? All the nations like England, France, Austria, Russia, right, Japan, Italy and Germany, all the nations started to increase their military power, and due to that what happened, First World War started, because all were threatened with each others, and simply that lead to the First World War. Now groupism and secret treaties. Now this is the third point, groupism and secret treaties. See, groupism and secret treaties played a major role in the First World War. The world was divided into two groups before the First World War. On one side was the group of Germany, Austria, Hungary, Bulgaria and Turkey, while on the other side was the group of England, France, Russia, Japan. A feeling of jealousy and enmity, mistrust, fear and hatred evolved between the groups, which was an important factor of the First World War. So see, all in 1914, the world divided into two powerful blocks, right? One, the countries stand by Germany and the countries stand by England. So all the world, all the powerful nations clear their stands. Germany having a support of Austria, Hungary, Bulgaria and Turkey, while England having a support of France, Russia and Germany. So both cause a feeling of jealousy, enmity, mistrust, fear and hatred to each other. Same way, if you see the present situation, right, India is supported by America, Australia, France, right, and Japan also, with the Galwan issue, with the Ladakh issue that we have in the present days, right? We do have issues with China today. So we are supported by all these powerful blocks. Same way, China is supported by its friendly nation like stupid Pakistan and all the stuffs, right? So this kind of world was found before 1940. The world, right, or the countries stand by Germany and the countries stand by England. Now, fourth point, feeling of fierce nationalism. The independence of Belgium and Greece and unification of Germany and Italy were the result of nationalism. But later, the feeling of nationalism took an extreme and narrow form in Europe. Economic jealousies, competition, and colonization in Europe had increased so much that the national interests of each other began to clash. Leading European nations began teaching extreme and destructive nationalism to its people. Love for own nations and hatred for the nations was encouraged. The German chief Kaiser William was the originator of nationalism and colonialism. He was overambitious and believed in world leadership. He wanted to get things done according to his will with the help of his grand military power. The feeling of war spread across other nations, as in Germany, and this had resulted in the First World War. Now, see, so if we talked about feeling of fierce nationalism, the point found may you find on your screen, point number 4. So, Belgium and the independence of Belgium and Greece and the unification of Germany and Italy, right, was the result of nationalism. Now try to understand what is nationalism. Nationalism means extreme love for the nation, that is called nationalism, right? Today we find this feeling in India, right? Feeling of nationalism. All the news channels, all the people, right, boycott China's good, right? All the people stand with the government, with the decision, right, for Galwan Gandhi, right? All wants to love nation or give priority to the nation first, right? They are ready to compromise with their own settlements, right? Means settlement problem of employment, then economical problems. They are ready to settle all these things, but they want to protect India at any cost. So that is called nationalism. Same kind of nationalism found in Belgium, Greece, Germany and Italy. And that's why, right, that's why Belgium and Greece got independence, right? The way we find nationalism by our great revolutionaries like Veer Savarkar, Bhagat Singh, Subhash Chandra Bose, right? These leaders sacrificed their life for the nation, and their sacrification caused a great nationalism. So this kind of nationalism found in Belgium and Greece, and that's why they got independence. Italy and Germany got united, right? The way we united with Nepal. So this, but what miss with that? Such kind of nationalism take a narrow interest. Narrow interest means Kattarwad, right? So that kind of Kattarwad took place in European nations. So they all jealous with each other. And ultimately what happened? The king of Germany, right, Kaiser William, Chief Kaiser William, was extremely narrow nationalist, and due to his policy, right, Germany became an enemy of all the powerful nations, and ultimately that resulted First World War. Okay. Now role of newspaper. That's a fifth point. So the newspaper of European nations aroused so much of hatred among people with their mutual, derogatory, provocative, exaggerate and false write-ups by spitting venom against rival nations that the rulers of the respective nations could not even make efforts for establish peace and harmony. Now see, this is called agenda or propaganda. Newspaper of Germany and other European nations, right? All the newspapers continue one propaganda. Propaganda means policy, એટલે કે જૂઠું ચલાવવું એમ. So that kind of propaganda was started by German newspaper, right? That German king is the best king and who always tried to establish peace, harmony, brotherhood in the world. And kings of rest of the nation, right, never tried for peace, never tried for harmony. So they are all guilty, right? They are all bad. Such kind of propaganda continued by the German newspaper, and that poisonous philosophy, right? That poisonous agenda entered into the German minds, German people's mind, German soldiers' mind, German military's mind, and that ultimately resulted into First World War. Now, philosophy about war. The policy of war is welfare took root in Europe. The German writer Trotsky published the maxims like only the mighty deserve to live and war alone is a national need. Nietzsche, the German writer, expressed war as a sacred work. So here the philosophy of war, right, that philosopher of German said, right, who can live? Only Almighty. The only people who can live, that is deserved by God, right? કે ભગવાન જેને જીવાડશે એ જીવશે. And war alone is the national need, right? Our national need is war because our country is injustified with neighbors, our country is injustice by others. So if we made a war, right, then all the things will be settled. That kind of philosophy is present by Trotsky, right? It's a German name. So Trotsky present such kind of philosophy, and Nietzsche, right, that was the German writer, expressed the war as a sacred work. So he said, Nietzsche said, war is a very sacred work, right? Everyone must participate in that one. So such kind of bad philosophy, wrong philosophy is present by German philosopher, and that's why war started. The Prince of Austria, right? I would like to, right, the same way, terrorists are misguided by their higher authorities, right? They said if you kill people, then you will, right, get a place in a heaven. So such kind of philosophy entered into terrorist mind, and he killed the innocent people and never feel guilty. So same kind of philosophy provided to the German. Now the Prince of Austria and his wife were assassinated by being shot at by a member of Serbian terrorist organization Black Hand. Austria blamed Serbia for involvement in the act and gave an ultimatum to hand over the culprit to Austria within 48 hours. Serbia declared its ignorance in the matter. Without listening to anything from Serbia, Austria declared war on Serbia. The First World War began with this. So what was the ultimate or recent reason for war? So that was a murder of Prince of Austria and his wife. Prince of Austria and his wife was murdered by one Serbian terrorist group that was called terrorist organization that was called Black Hand. And Austria blamed Serbia and warned them, right? So give me the criminal within 48 hours, otherwise be ready for the military action. So Serbia failed to hand it a criminal, and the war, First World War, started between Serbia and Austria, and then after all the nation, right, involved into First World War. So these are the factors, right, in the First World War. I hope that you may all clear with this, right? See, if you see on the screen, we started with factor that caused the First World War, in which we discussed, right, in this paragraph, first paragraph, we discussed the war between Germany and France. Then economic factors, right, in economic factors we discussed how Germany, right, captured the European and Asian and African markets by providing cheaper goods. Militarism, in which we discussed that how every nation started to increase their military power. Then groupism, that means secret treaties. We discussed, right, all the nations made a secret treaties with each others to protect themselves, right, with unnecessary attacks. Then feelings of fear nationalism, right, William Kaiser, the king of Germany, caused a narrow nationalism in Germans' mind, and that's also one of the important factors for First World War. Then role of newspaper, right? Newspaper also continued with the wrong propaganda and poisoned the people's mind with the hatred and narrow nationalism. Now philosophy about war, right? Means German philosophers Trotsky and Nietzsche, right, justified that war is a welfare. So these kind of reasons, total 6 reasons, right, are responsible for the First World War. I hope that you may all clear with this discussion on page number 11, right. If you have any doubt, then please don't hesitate, call me and ask me about, and don't forget to summarize this audio explanation. Thank you very much. Thank you.